That's a long time, and after countless mic checks, hundreds of interviews, if not thousands, and learning what each business and event is all about, memories just flood back to us. And we're kind of reminiscing a little bit this morning, so we brought in our former North Dakota Today host, Hope Sis. Thanks, Hope, for coming in here. We love seeing your bright and smiling face. Always a pleasure. And I would just want to start with you here, because you left us now, I think, in June or so.
Yeah, 2.5 months ago.
So a couple of months. And it was just memories from this show.
So many memories.
Yeah.
It's fun to be back here and to see the lights and everything. I just wasn't really prepared to be sitting back here with you guys. But thank you for inviting me back, because I've also been thinking back on my years on the show. Of course, compared to Monica, to you, it's just a drop in the bucket.
Oh no, but everybody leaves a footprint. You know, it really does.
And you get so much out of even just a little bit of time here, right? You think about all of the segments you have every day, so many days in the week and so many weeks in the month, and it's so much that you get to have so much contact with the community that way and learn about so much.
Then, out of your couple years here that you anchored North Dakota Today, first memory that comes to mind, best memory, there's so much, right?
There's
like you
so
said,
much. I mean, even when you're saying so many mic checks, there's so many mic checks that don't happen until you're live on the air, right?
Yeah, I had that case yesterday. And so we had to do a quick mic change right on the air. So.
All right, well, I gotta bring it to my kids. So I've been able to have both Elliot and Lucy live on the show, which was a big risk both times, but made it through without breaking anything. So that's good.
That is one of the things I remember most. That morning, Heidi, me in the middle, you on the right, and you started playing this video of Lucy grabbing this picture.
Yes, a strip of pictures.
and
announcing that there's a baby in mommy's tummy. And I know Heidi and I both looked at you, Hope, like, wow!
Was not expecting it anyway. It's just fun to see how your family grew, and we've talked about that. But I thought that was one of just personally knowing you guys over the course of my 2.5 years, and just knowing how everything's changed. And Krista, I know you're new to the thing, but over your time, maybe even before you knew you were going to do North Dakota Today, what sticks out in your mind?
Well, I think it has to be the Halloween show that we did, where we dressed up as Beth and Rip for NDT, and it was just so much fun.
Anybody got that we were dressed
I don't know. Yeah, I think they were just like, they're wearing weird clothes today. But I think that was like, I remember you came to me and you were just like, what do you think if we dress up like Beth and Rip? And I was like, yes. It was just like, what I remember is just always the energy that like, you guys are up so early in the morning, and yet I come into work and you guys were still just like ready to rock. There was never a time where you guys were like, oh, I'm a little bit tired this morning, I'm a little bit slow. Every day, it was always so much energy from you three.
So much.
That's the beauty of this show. You get to think about how to have the most fun possible, and there's so much freedom to try new things and do whatever you want. So that's been so great.
Yeah, that's one of the things too. Like, what are some things you did on the show that you never thought you would do? Well, like me driving a Zamboni. I thought that was pretty cool. That was maybe February or March or so. Awesome.
Yes.
Anybody?
Well, I think in almost any of these Try My Jobs that we've done, the first one that I did was at Bruno's Pizza, and throwing that dough in the air, and it's in the air, and it was all like slow motion. Is it going to land on my head? Am I going to be able to catch it? You know, and then you can edit it so that you, the viewer, don't see exactly the tragedy that happened there. But for you, Hope, I'll never forget this when we had the actor, and you know the show better than I do, Yellowstone. The look on your face when you got to interview him, because that's a show you really like.
Oh yes, Forey J. Smith. That's been a memory that's been top on my mind lately. So cool to have the opportunity to meet him, and then other people you got to meet.
Yes.
The announcer for
Dick
the
Bramer,
Twins. The governors come on, the first
Governor,
lady.
yes.
Yeah, we had Tiger Lead, part of the previous segment, and look where they're at right now, and it's awesome. And they still come and still say hi, and I think that's awesome.
They're so fun.
Well, we just had an interview last week, and I can't remember which one of you talked
Terry
to.
Fader from America's Got Talent.
Cool.
That was cool. He's coming to Minot.
And also Clay Walker coming to Williston. That was, you know, so all of a sudden these big names pop up and we get to talk to them. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, I think so too. Now, besides experiences and things, what about interviews that come into here and you get something out of them. Like we learn a lot from April. I like your quote where you said with Tana Trotter.
Tana Trotter, she said, it's always okay to have some ice cream.
Exactly.
Of all the things Tana has taught us, we get to have ice cream.
Thank you, Tana. You know, the excuse for it. So many of those things. And I did a segment called Homegrown with Hope before I
Yes.
was hosting here. But that was a great learning experience for me too, to venture into parenting and learn about all the resources around the community. But and my experience now leaving KFYR is that, oh, we've got so many people here who are willing to help, who are really experts in their field and who are easy to connect with. And so I'm grateful for this experience because it's been so educational. Do you feel like you learned a lot?
I feel every day, I feel like depending on the guests, it's like every day I'm learning something that I didn't know, or like a resource that I can share with a friend or use myself. I just feel there's so much information that people can get from the show and have a good time with us as well.
Right.
I think too, off camera, when interviews come in, how are you? How was your vacation?
Yep.
Just getting to know them personally, and then just growing, because some of them come in here once a week, every other week, and just getting to know everyone.
Well, and the range is so vast too. You have judges that come in to talk about
David
certain
Wright,
things,
yeah.
and then we have teenage musicians that come in. I mean, and then everything in between. We cover so many topics here, and it's so much fun, and it is very educational all the time.
And we're ready to make some more memories.
That's right,
So
we are.
spew some more ideas coming our way. We're up for anything.
I was just thinking about before the pandemic and how much the pandemic changed the show too.
Oh,
But
did it?
before that, there was so much commotion that would come through the building, and people. And I remember this one time it was in the winter, and there was a dance team doing high kicks in the hallway, and there were people prepping food and all kinds of things. It's just exciting to be part of the community.
And the pets that come in, everything.
Exactly.
All right. Well, we have more coming up on North Dakota today, including cake. So
Yes.
we'll be right back.